So in this session, we are going to learn how to create a list. There are different types of lists that we can use in web pages. Some information are numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4. Some informations are in the form of bullets like dots, or some pictures are there. So we'll see how to create those lists. The first type of list that we'll learn today is called the ordered list. The ordered list are the list wherein we use numbers to the list items. So let us quickly create a web page. Let's start with HTML5. For ordered list, we use OL tag. Okay. So in the OL tag, we can use LI as the list items, and then I'll quickly paste few list items. Suppose we have a list of cars, so we can use Hyundai Verna, Honda City, Volkswagen, and Maruti. We'll see how this is coming as the output so that we can have a fair idea what the ordered list will be. So this is what we are getting now. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the numbers. These are the items. This whole thing is called ordered list. These are the list of items which are ordered from 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are called the ordered list. Now I can make some changes here. I'll put a caption. Caption is the heading of the list. You can put a caption here. Cars. So these are the list of cars. So by default, automatically, the numbers will come from 1 and it will be 1, 2, 3. Now, we can add the value type is equals to, let me use I. And now we'll go to the code to see how it is looking. And see, this has become Roman 1, 2, 3, 4. So type decides how the list items will be numbered, and this is the caption. If it is not looking good, what we can do is, instead of caption in the caption tag, I can use H3 or list of cars. Let us have this list of cars, and the list items will start with a Roman. If we make it A, then it will start with a small a. Let's see the output. So you can see we can start the list items according to our choice with the type attribute. We have a type attribute and we can put the value, the starting value. And also what we can do is type is A and start with suppose P. Let's see how this appears. Okay, so it's not taking the start value. We can change the start value. Start, start is equals to start. Logging will be usual to the value to start numbering from to see. Okay. Okay. So start 3 means it will start with the C. So here now let us see how this one. So the third element, it is starting from the third element. Suppose we want to start from F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. F is the sixth letter. So we'll make it 6. And suppose we give it here as a small a, then it will start with the sixth letter of the alphabet, starting with A. And let us see how it is coming. So this is how we can set. So these are the different types of ordered lists where the list items are numbered. The tag is OL for ordered list. Then we have the attribute type and the attribute start. If we don't use any attribute like this, then it is the default, and the default is start with the digit 1. So if we see now again, it will start with the digit 1. So it starts with the digit 1. So the options in the ordered list, you can see it is type and it is a start. Similarly, we have unordered list. Let us see how we can use the unordered list. Example of unordered list. The same list of cars. Now here, instead of OL for ordered list, we'll use UL. U is for unordered list. So this will be unordered list, and first we'll see what is the default, and then we'll put some more attributes in the same. So now I'll save this, go live. See here, this is unordered list example at the bottom. These are the unordered lists. So by default, unordered list comes with this bullet. We can use other bullets also with type is equals to, suppose we say disk. Let us see how. So this is disk. Then we can, this is the default is the disk. Then we can use circle. Let us see how it looks in the circle. So this is for circle. Again, I can use square. Then there are spade and other also some more information in the type we can use. Let us see how the square looks like. So this is the example of a square. So the above is the ordered list example, and here is the unordered list example. So in ordered list, we have numbers. Numbers can be alphabets. Alphabets can be in capital or small, and it can be in digits. Digits can be decimal or Roman. Now, in unordered list, we have circle as default type. Then we have uh, disk. Disk is the default type. Then we have circle, and then we have square. Okay. Now I have two more examples because these are the old ways of putting information. So what if we want our own image in the bullet instead of this square? If we have something colored, so you can create anything that you want. Let us create one. Suppose I'll create. This. And use this heart shape here. And I'll fill this with red color. Now I'll save this. I have saved this with the name DOT, and let us see how it comes. Now to use uh, another bullet that is not the default, but it comes from the picture, the photo. You can use your image also here, any image, any JPG, BMP, any format. So I'll show you how. I've already written this. I'll just show the thing. Now this is the same list of cars. These are the list of cars who are not listed. And then I have used a property. The property I have mentioned in the head. These are the CSS. We'll learn a lot about CSS in the coming sessions, but today this is just for an example. So the unordered list image will be the dot.jpg. It is the same thing that we have saved just now. It must be in the same working folder. So if it is, say the dot.jpg, this is the dot.jpg, and this is the list example. Both are in the same working directory. What if it is in another working directory somewhere else stored? Then you'll have to give the path. Suppose it is stored in D drive, HTML, or something like this. Then you can also use the path. But not, I'm not using the path. I'm just, I've saved it in the same folder. So I've not to use any path. And now see here, these are the list of cars. And here we'll see, let me come. So this is the output. So we can use our own images also. Yeah, there's the size is more, so it is coming this way. We can use smaller images also. Let me go back to the paint. I'll decrease the size of this heart from 35. Let me make it 25 and 25. Okay, let me save this. I'll come to the browser here and I'll refresh. So this has decreased a bit. We can use even smaller. So what I'll do, I'll make it even smaller. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I'll save it. come to the browser, and in this way we can have. So it depends on your image. You have to use your image. So the image must be saved in the same folder, or if it is in somewhere else, then you can just provide the path in the folder. Coming back here, if what if I write it here, style is equals to, then I'll give the same style. Let me see. Let me save this. Okay. If it will not connect, then the default bullets will come because it was in the ordered list. List style image. Maybe some syntax here there missing. Style is supposed to. Okay. So let me just undo it for now. Let us keep it like this. So this way we can use list style image colon URL. So there can be any image. It depends on what image you want, and then we can put it there. I'll try to download one image and show you. Let me just give me one moment. If I can download something. I'll try. This is, let me check once more. Let me remove it from the header. So in this way also, we can use our own pictures. So we'll discuss more in the style and CSS in the CSS sessions. For now, if we can put it this way, that is style. We'll use a style so that the default thing is removed, the default bullet is removed, and then we can put it this way. Now, there's one more example which we can use in the list wherein we can use some emojis. So I've also created one. Let me first show you the output so that you can understand better what we are trying to discuss, and then I'll explain. So these are the three lists: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are the three emojis that have been used. So to use list with emojis, the first step is to add the list style type is equals to none. This is the property. So we'll use list style type equals to none because we have to remove the default style types to the parent URL. Then we have to use the emoji in the li, and for that we have to use double colon before element. You can pick and choose from a full list of emojis in the article. We'll discuss the article also. And to give each list item a different emoji, we can use the nth child. So if we use the nth child, then what will happen? We can use different emojis at every list item. And if we are not using the nth child, then what will happen? We can the same emoji will be there in all the list items. So let us check with the code. Back to the code. See here, again we have used UL. We have removed the padding and the margin. These things we'll discuss in the CSS in depth. This is the property list style type is none. We are removing everything from the UL element. And then in the LI, we are using nth child one and nth child one content before is this emoji. These are the different emojis that we are using for each of the item and a child 1 and a child 2 and a child 3. So in this way, we can use the different emojis in the list. So two properties you have to remember when you have to use emojis in the list. First is that the parent tag, the UL, has to be mentioned with list style type is none. And then for the emojis, then we can use the nth child property with the list item. In this way, we can use different types of emojis and we can create different types of list. So today what we have discussed is number one, we have discussed how to, what are the different types of lists. By default, they are the ordered list and the unordered list. And then we have discussed how we can use list with the our own images and how we can use list with some emojis. The use of emojis have recently taken up a lot of popularity because in Instagram, everywhere in Instagram and LinkedIn, and Facebook, we see a lot of emojis being used. So we can also use in our web content whenever it is required in this way.